Hey everybody, it's Saturday. Y'all know it's Saturday. Uh, so you guys are kind of voting with your views. So when I get back to guitar, it seemed to get more views on here. Still not getting as many as I want, but I dig it. There's kind of a revolution, happening on my YouTube channel, even though it don't look real impressive. But I'm starting to get a lot of young people viewing my YouTube. A few of you that are viewing were in my middle school music class when Free Guitars for Kids gave us that shipment of guitars. Some of y'all got guitars and started learning. Also, this past year we had a ukulele program in the middle school, and so that's why you're going to see ukulele videos every now and then. But I want you to know that I'm primarily a guitar player, so I'm going to be returned to guitar, so don't quit watching because I do a mandolin video or something like that. Just hang loose because I'll be back to guitar. So it's going to be changing. My viewership is going to be changing somewhat, because primarily my viewers are all older men, primarily, some women, but mostly men. So those of you that are retirement age and are taking up the guitar, you're taking up a good thing, and it's going to be good for you. Now, some of my buddies from the 60s that were in bands with me, some of them would take a break from guitar for a while to play golf. And some of them would lose their strength in their fingers. But, golf's kind of a lonely game, in my view. And honestly, you're going to laugh when I say this, but almost every time I've been golfing, I've gotten cussed out on the golf course. And if you don't believe it, go play golf with me. Now, I won't take you through the woods if we play golf. I manage to stay in the fairway, but I won't win. But the chances are very good somebody's going to approach me and cuss me out. And this also happens when I go bowling. You say, well, what kind of behavior do you have? Got a behavior problem? Well, I don't think so. I've tried to behave myself, and but I've told my son-in-law, and other friends, when they offer to take me, either playing golf or I said, now somebody's probably going to cuss me out, and they didn't believe me, but it happened. It doesn't happen every time, but it happens most times. So golf is not my thing. Football is really not my thing. This is my thing here, and this thing here, I'm for all that other, but this right here will make people happy. And it'll bring people together. And it's an expression of your soul. You learn to write a song. Talk about dead notes a little bit. It's not that you're never going to have dead notes. It's that you're going to decide which notes are dead. For example, if you're doing a double stop, well, let's just do Every Night by Paul McCartney. Believe me, mama. So he wants that B string open on that. No dead note there. But you don't want to sound that right there. If you're doing a double stop like this, you do want a dead note in there. You want that B string to be dead. So it's not that you're never going to have dead notes. You're going to decide which notes are dead. So damping with your hand and with this, letting up, laying that on there. Very important. Now this guitar is not an easy playing guitar. The action's not particularly high, but it's a tight guitar. So doing bends and things like that on this guitar, it's hard to do. It is painful. But the thing is, a lot of these guitars have great action. They play really easily. But they've got a real thin sound or a real faint sound, especially if it's acoustic electric. Now this is an acoustic electric, but it doesn't have an EQ in it. And when they tend to make the box smaller, or they put an EQ inside of it, it has an effect on the acoustic sound. And most of the time you're going to be playing acoustic. Another thing about tuning is, my son-in-law and I were talking about the other day how some guitars are not perfect, you know, in the way they're built. And so you're going to have to split the difference and get it internal. So when you're learning how to tune, you need to learn to tune to a digital tuner. But then you also need to learn to tune internally and by ear. So this guitar is kind of tight. It's a little hard to play. But if you have one that's too easy, you tend to bend notes out of pitch when you get aggressive with it. And I can really lay into this. I can really lay in this guitar and I don't have buzzing. If your action's too low, sometimes you have buzzing. Now, when you're forming your chords, like A, you'll make sure every note sounds out. Some of my students, when they show me a chord, they've got a dead note in there. Like it'd be real easy in a B7 to kill that B, open B, because it's the only open string, and you might lay on it like this. See? So a way to cure dead strings Just rock your hand out like this. Get up on your fingertips. That's gonna hurt. When you press the steel strings down, it's gonna be piercing into your fingertips. But let's go back to the other hobbies. We're not talking about running 4 miles. We're not talking about 9 holes or 18 holes a day, walking your feet off. We're not talking about cave spelunking. Is that what they call it? Spelunking? Cave spelunking? Or, we're not talking about mountain climbing here. We're not talking about, building a cabinet. That's all I work. But we are talking about pressing them doggone strings down. And if you get to where you got to get, and you're going to build strength, in your fingers, the more you do it, the better you're going to be at it. Learn the F. And then after you learn your A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, then start learning bar chords. Here's a G bar chord. People, they're dreading it. They're saying, I can't do that. Well, don't worry about it, because a lot of times you're going to have some dead strings in there. Just to get like a power chord out of it. Sometimes you're going to sound out the whole chord. Your major bar chords, G, A, B, C, D. Your minor bar chords, E minor, G minor, A minor, D minor, C minor. Again, minor chords in an A minor form. A minor, C minor, D minor, E minor. And then when you get the band, a lot of times you're just going to be playing the bottom half of it. If the bass is carrying the bass, And during the 60s, a lot of songs, were written with just playing the bottom half of a bar chord, which is like that F, that F, you hate it, it's your enemy right now. But when you get to where you can play it and you slide that boy down that neck, great. Then you might do a Jimi Hendrix. So, work with your chords, work with deciding what notes are dead and which ones are open. I've gone 13 minutes and almost 14, so all right, keep the strumming humming. I'll see you.